Hello everybody, welcome back to Ike and Me Gaming, and today we are pulling into the station at Gütersloh. You say, why are we at Gütersloh? Well, you're going to have to watch a video and we'll show you why. So the things we have to do today are three in the Rhineland here on the bottom. June 1894, we need an express status on a rail line between Paris, Rheims, and Frankfurt, so we have to connect all three of them. Then we need 12 cities need train connections with express status. We're up to 7, so we need 5 more cities. And deliver 4 loads of tools to Paris. Alright, so that's what we have to do. So let's see. First we need to get to, it said, Frankfurt. So where is Frankfurt? That's what we need to know first. So we did gain this whole line here. This was already set up. Okay, there's Frankfurt. So number one, we're going to have to buy that for 508,000. Finally, we have enough money here. Let's go ahead and click on this. Perfect. Now we can get in here and look at Frankfurt a bit more. So it's making cloth. We have Cassel over here that's also in that zone. It's going to be making meat. So we could do a cluster over here between Cologne, Frankfurt, and Cassel. That would be a very smart thing to do. The problem would be we'd have wheat. We do have sugar over a packet, and that's it. Like we got wheat and sugar. We have wood that's hidden away, so I guess we'd have to eat into that to get up to there, which would be another 286. We'd still be missing corn. See, our corn would be way up there. We'd have to come bring our corn way from over in Papineau. Yeah, that's I don't know what we're gonna do there. That's not looking real great. We're just gonna leave the France-Belgium area for a bit here and just focus on this express route and get this one done first. So as you can see, they got this in a really stupid area. This mountain's here, and then there's this hill here. We have to go through Rheims. We already have an express line from Rheims to Luxembourg. So you can see it would make sense if we would just see Rheims kind of lined up with Paris. We just have to put a little line there. See how that works? Kind of a nice little diagonal line. So we'd obviously want to skirt this mountain right here and come over in like a horizontal type way. And now we've got this vertical line in our way. So what we're going to do is go ahead and buy this, and then we're literally just going to destroy it, at least this part. So yes, that's a little bit of a loss of money. We'll get rid of that. We'll leave the Smith's Rest for now, and then that way we can go ahead and put an oops, wow, that was weird. Go ahead and put our express line here. Alright, now let's go ahead and we'll start laying some tracks. This is what I come up with. We're splitting off the line towards Luxembourg and going over, because we don't want to go through there, because that'll kill more time. And then we're just kind of going up and around this mountain. We've got a really big bridge there, but because of the height difference, we need it. Then here we've got all the numbers of 5 or less all the way in. It's a little pricey, but this is probably the best we're going to get for now. And this is only 1/2 of our line. We got enough money for that one, and now we're going to lay that down. Now we're going to go in and do our parallel track and see what that comes up with for money wise. And if we don't get some kind of error that we can't do it or something crazy like that. Okay, so that looks like it's going to give us 341,000. There's enough money for our other half. Let's look in here and get this bad boy up and running. So that will give us 372. So that's a little pricey on that one. And 73 kilometers. I don't like that. Okay, so that'll give us 105. That's better. That's one part done right there. Now we're gonna want to go in the other part and watch. It'll give me some kind of an issue. No, it didn't. What do you know? We decided to go with the Pacific because it has slightly more traction power than the coupe vent. I'm going to put 3 on because it's a pretty long line. We got our express. We got our 3 train cars. and there we go.
I see you are making progress to integrate conquered companies. Good work. Keep it up.
Okay, so we have our express line. So now we need to do 12 more or 4 more express status cities. So we've been working on Nancy right now. We just put an express train, or a line I should say, down from it to Luxembourg. So let's go ahead and put a train on here. Pacific, sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with 2 of these. Wonderful. Now, if you look down here, you see there's a bonus for new industry, 336,000 doing wood. Could go with the distillery and bring over the sugar and the apple right there. That I think that's what we'll do. So we'll be fine that way. Okay, there we go. There's our distillery. And now it's just a matter of bringing in our fruit. So we decided to move our station over to this side. The Burgers stop. And we're bringing in fruit right into Nancy. I think it's time to hook up some milk to the east side of town here. So we got Schultz Terminal going up to Southeast Warehouse with 2 trains. Just to keep everything equal, we brought a milk line, or we're about to, way up there down to the Southwest Warehouse that can then feed Auxerre and Rheims. We'll put 2 trains on that. So we're back over in the far east here. Way over by Frankfurt, we put a line from it up to Cassel. So we'll start off with 2 trains. We'll go Pacific. Got all our wagons. Boom. We have our Cologne to Frankfurt Express line all laid out here. So that's part of it. So we can go Frankfurt. Cologne 2, we'll rename that here in a second. We'll go to Express, put all our wagons on. There we go. One of the things we had to do was make tools in Paris, or get tools to Paris. I'm thinking I'm going to make steel in Brussels and then do the tools in Paris is what I want to do. So we're going to put our steel plant down right now, and now we're going to bring in our lines to make steel. Unfortunately, my only coal that's within my range so far is this Mangold Rest, so I bought it, put a station down, and I'm running a line into a 3rd station in Brussels just to make things cleaner. There's our 2nd line down. Then we'll go ahead and put our train down, Mangold Rest to Brussels. Want that to be full. We'll put a Prussian freight. Let's go 2. Perfect. So that's one thing down. Now we're going to bring in our iron here with 2 trains. And that should start us well on our way to producing steel. Let's go to our steel plant. Probably going to want to bump it up a level. So now we'll go to our steel plant. We'll bump it up. This will be level 4, I believe. So we'll start producing steel. The idea to check in the Brussels. As you can see, we got our steel is coming along. We've got 23 sitting there ready to roll. Dresses are fine, and so is our cloth. Now, if we come down to Paris, we have an ability to put a new industry down. We'll go ahead and put our tool factory down, which will need wood and we'll need steel. So we're just looking at our tool factory. We're going to go up 2 levels, so we're producing 3.2 a week. So what we're going to need is wood and steel. See, we have steel some coming in right there. And our woods, we got a lot coming in, but it still seems a little low, so we're going to have to go.
Mr. Nagelmacher's is currently working on securing permission to buy shares in the Berlin-Potsdam Railroad. You should put some money aside because you need to be ready to strike when the time comes. By the way, I managed to get our hands on a small amount of shares of the Berlin-Potsdam Railroad. Use them wisely.
Alright, so all we have left now is to do the 12 cities with an express. We have every city in our area connected. So we put one line in the Gütersloh, putting our 2nd one in here. Put our gridirons in. Then we'll stick our train on. Cologne Express to Gütersloh Express. Put a Pacific on it. 2 of them. Put these in. Boom. Just for fun, we decided to put an express line from Cassel to Gütersloh as well. So we made a Germany South warehouse here. We're not totally done with it. And it's going to serve Frankfurt, Cassel, and Cologne, because Cologne does alcohol, Frankfurt does cloth, Cassel does meat, so that's a perfect little trio. We already have our wheat coming in. It makes wood already. So what we need to bring in is find the next closest corn. We got sugar up there. We'll probably just buy this concession, bring that down. And then milk, we do have some milk right down here. And vegetables are right here. So that's probably how we're going to run this one. We also do have sugar over here if we don't want to buy the concession.
Before I was hired in this consulting capacity, I was in charge of planning major routes myself. My advice is to make sure that your trains are not held up at crowded stations. If necessary, you should create bypass routes.
That's great! Another stage is completed. Against all German opposition, we can slowly but surely work our way around the country. And another piece of good news. I've been able to obtain a permit for buying shares of German companies. This should help you to tackle the Berlin-Potsdam Railroad, our next adversary.
I think you meant to say adversary. Okay, so we got that done. As you can see, we added some few more lines here. Paris is doing tools and planks. And then Lily's doing cheese and chairs. Brussels doing steel and dresses. Luxembourg's doing planks and paper. Rheims is doing more cheese. Auxerre is doing distillery. Nancy's also got a distillery, and Strasbourg probably needs something over there. Has cheese, sorry. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and come back and watch another great video of I Can Meet Gaming.